episode 4, picks 19 through 24 by yours truly, the Fantasy Commish. We're rolling along here. We are on episode 4, like I just said. We are in the second half of round 2. This is where things start to get a little interesting. I really like this portion of the draft. You can either win or lose your draft with your second round picks. Again, these group of teams will have the wraparound come round 3. So with round 2, pick 19. So this is pick 7 in the second round. So pick 19. Team F drafted James Conner in the first round. They are going to go with Mike Evans. In 2018, Mike Evans played 16 games. He had 86 catches, 1,524 points, 8 scores, for a total of 284.4 PPR fantasy points, as well as 198.4 standard fantasy points. I really love Mike Evans this year. I would have probably, if I didn't do my mock draft so early, really have taken him, Mike Evans, a little bit earlier. I really think he's going to have a fantastic season this year. He's got one of the greatest masterminds in football, the grandpa hat wearing goatee swag of Bruce Arians. The guy made Larry Fitzgerald into one of the best wide receivers football has seen in a very long time. I do believe they're going to use Mike Evans in the same respect as he used Larry Fitzgerald in Arizona. He's an extremely talented receiver. He goes up and catches everything. He's got Famous Jameis underneath center, hopefully for the entire season. And Famous Jameis loves to chuck it up to Mike Evans, as we've seen plenty of times before. They no longer have Deshaun Jackson, and they no longer have Jameis's favorite target to go to when he's in trouble, Adam Humphries. They are both off the Buccaneers and elsewhere. So, I believe Mike Evans is only going to see an increase in production this year due to his targets. 2019, I see Mike Evans catching about 100 balls, 1,550 receiving yards. He's going to have 9 scores, 309 PPR fantasy points, and 209 standard league points. Again, I really am high on Mike Evans this season. I think this is his coming out party. He's already had some great seasons. No one ever talks about him as the great receivers, one of the great receivers in the league. I truly believe this is that year with Bruce Arians calling the plays for the Buccaneers. Next up, we got Team E, so that's pick 20 in round 2. They went with my man, the guy I'm very high on, Le'Veon Bell. However, I do want to mention that with all these reports coming out this week with the Jets in just disarray and how their coach, Adam Gase, did not even want Le'Veon Bell, that kind of scares me a little bit. However, if he's on the team and you spent all that money, you're going to use him. So with pick 20, they're going with Keenan Allen of the LA Chargers. He played 16 games in 2018, 97 catches, 1,196 yards, 6 scores, 260 PPR points, and 163 standard league points. Keenan Allen is always productive if he is healthy. The Chargers offense is one of the best offensive in the league. Now, as we know, Rivers is getting older. Okay, let's put it this way. He was traded for Eli Manning in that draft, right? Eli forced his way to the New York Giants, which I am really hoping that the Knicks can force their hand, okay, and get Zion to say, you know what, I am not signing with the Pelicans, I am signing with the Knicks. I'm begging you. But that's for a different little video. That's for my fantasy basketball video. But, again, so does Rivers still have it? Okay, if Rivers still has it, Keenan Allen's going to have a great year, right? He loves Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is a reliable receiver. He's a great possession receiver. He catches everything. However, you got to remember that Mike Williams really came on at the end of the year, the Clemson product for the for the LA Chargers. So they do have him, and I think they're going to try to get him the ball a little bit more this year. Now, they did lose Terrell Williams. This guy was another receiver that Rivers really enjoyed throwing to on 3rd and longs. So I do think Keenan Allen will step into that role. And even if he doesn't, if he has the same role as he always does, he's very productive. He's a great receiver to have as your wide receiver 1. 2019, I predict he'll have 110 catches. Again, this is ceiling, guys, ceiling. So this is where I think they're going to cap out at. 110 catches, 1,350 yards, 7 scores, 287 PPR points, and 177 standard league points. Next up with pick 21, Team D went with Alvin Kamara with the 3rd overall pick in the draft. The 4th pick in the draft this year. So if I was them, I would be looking to add to my wide receiver 1. And that's certainly what I did here. I went with T.Y. Hilton. Hilton played in 14 games in 2018. He caught 76 balls in those 14 games, 1,270 catching yards, 6 scores, 239 PPR points, and 163 standard league points. Another year of healthy Luck is only going to help T.Y. and Luck's connection. Their chemistry is only going to grow from here. They're going to have an entire offseason to be throwing to each other, and I just think their connection, again, becomes a lot stronger this year. He does, however, tend to disappear during the regular season. In 9 out of the 14 games that he played, he caught under 100 yards receiving. However, in 5 games this season, he caught over 110 receiving yards. So, what I'm trying to say here is expect those okay to type games from T.Y. But then expect the bang games from him. Expect him to blow up every now and then. Again, it's a little risky with this pick with T.Y. Hilton because of that aspect, right? You may have a week where you need him to blow up, and he does it. And you may have a week where you need him to be a consistent, middle-of-the-tier receiver, and he just doesn't get it done. So be a little careful with T.Y. here with this pick. They did add Devin Funchess from the Carolina Panthers. I don't think he cuts into T.Y.'s production very much. However, he is the second best receiver Luck has had in forever since he got into the league, in my opinion. So I do think that Funchess will help the Colts this year, but I don't think he hurts T.Y. at all. T.Y. Hilton this year ceiling will catch around 100 balls, 1,350 yards receiving. He'll have 8 scores for a total of 283 PPR points and 183 standard league points. Next up, we got Team C, and they're the ones that picked 3rd, and they went with Christian McCaffrey, who I think, again, is going to have a monster season for the Carolina Panthers. I love this pick. Adam Thielen, 2018, 16 games. He caught 113 balls, 1,373 receiving yards, 9 scores, 307 PPR points, and 194 standard league points. The question here with Adam Thielen, guys and gals, is this. Which receiver are you going to get? Are you going to get the first half Adam Thielen from 2018? Or will you get the second half Adam Thielen from 2018? In the first half of 2018, Adam Thielen was the number 1 scoring receiver in all of fantasy football. I repeat, the number 1 receiver in all of fantasy football, first half of the year last year. However, that went down significantly in the last 5 games. Now, you have to remember the Vikings were in shambles. They switched their coaching staff at that point, and they really went to a run-first philosophy. Now, are they going to be a run-first team come 2019? Possibly. If that is so, Adam Thielen will have a little bit of dip in receptions, but that may help him with receiving yards. The play action will be there if they can get Dalvin Cook going. So do I believe this hurts Adam Thielen? I do a little bit. Do I think Adam Thielen is still a quality wide receiver 1 in PPR? Absolutely. He has a great rapport with Kirk Cousins, and I think he does it again next year. In 2019, he'll have 105 catches, 1,400 receiving yards, 8 scores, 293 PPR points, and 188 standard league points. With pick 2 in this year's draft, Team B went with Zeke Elliott, the workhorse in Dallas. They're going with another Dallas player here. I went with Amari Cooper here. In 2018 and 15 games, remember, majority of them being on the Raiders. He caught 75 balls, 1,005 yards, 7 scores, 215 PPR points, and 150 standard league points. Why was Amari Cooper better on Dallas? It's very, 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 very simple. He had Zeke running the ball, which opens up the field for Amari Cooper to get open. He did not have that on the Raiders, but he does have that now on Dallas. I believe in his talent. I believe Amari Cooper is a great receiver, and I believe he's going to have a great year. Everyone's always talking about, when's Cooper going to blow up? When's Cooper going to have a good year? When is Cooper? This is it, okay? This is the year. Dak really trusts Cooper. We saw that in numerous occasions at the end of the season last year for the Cowboys. He would just chuck it downfield on the sideline to Cooper and let Cooper make a play. And I think that's what he's going to do again this year. Again, this is the Dallas Connection team. I'll be honest with you, I don't like this team simply because both these players play for the Cowboys. So in 2019, I do believe he has a good season, and this is that year where they're like, Cooper's back, Cooper's here to stay. He's going to have 90 catches, 1,300 yards, 9 scores, 274 PPR points, 184 standard league points. And with the last pick of round 2, pick 24, Team A picked first overall, and they went with my dude, Saquon Barkley. Here I went with my other dude who I really, really like after Travis Kelce, Zach Ertz. In 2018 and 16 games, he caught a ton of balls. He caught 116 balls, 1,163 receiving yards, 8 scores, 280 PPR points, and 164 standard league points. Wentz simply loves Ertz. Foles is no longer in the fold, but he has Ertz. Ertz has Wentz. He is going to be that key player on that offense. Okay, Tate is gone. Ertz is the man. They just signed Jordan Howard for their running game. The guy just runs straight and doesn't do anything else. So I still believe Zach Ertz is that dude on the Philadelphia Eagles. I truly, honestly believe this year there are only 3 legit tight ends. Some people are even saying 4. However, I'm going to save that 4th one and consider him sort of my sleeper because I don't see him going early in drafts. I will get to him when we get there. So again, I'm going Zach Ertz to team up with Saquon Barkley here with a 24th pick. 2019, he'll catch another 100 balls. This year, he'll have 1,200 yards. He'll have 9 scores, 274 PPR points, and 174 standard league points. Let's round up the first 2 rounds. Team A has Barkley and Ertz. Team B's got Zeke and Cooper, the Dallas Connection. Team C's got McCaffrey and Thielen. Team D's got Kamara, Hilton. Team E's got Bell and Allen. Team F's got Connor Evans. Team G's got Hopkins and Kelce, which I really like that team. And Team H's got Thomas and Brown. Another great team. That receiving core is nasty. Michael Thomas and Antonio Brown. Woo. Team I is got Juju and Mixon. Team J's got Devontae Adams and Gurley, which could be a really good team if Gurley goes back to being the Gurley that we know. Team K's got David Johnson and OBJ. And Team L's got Gordon and Julio Jones. Going back and looking at all these teams, I'm going to go and rank my top 3 teams in my opinion. I'm going to go with, give me Team A, because again, they're going to have first pick in the 3rd round, so they're going to get another quality player. Give me Team, there's a lot of good teams here. And then give me Team G with Hopkins and Kelce as my second favorite team. And then give me Team H with Thomas and Antonio Brown. I think Antonio Brown will have a decent enough season. Well, he's going to have a great season. Do I think he's going to have a great Antonio Brown type season? Possibly. And if he does, him and Michael Thomas is going to put up a ton of points. So I do like that team as my 3rd favorite team. It is still very early, people. It's only end of round 2. We have a long way to go. So please remember to subscribe and watch my videos, like my videos, hit that bell, ring that bell, and let's continue to move on. We will have round 3 coming up either the end of this week or early next week. So please tune in, and I appreciate y'all that have already subscribed and liked my videos. Y'all rock. One thing, Kamish out.